What is up, everyone? Welcome back to the Everything is Stupid podcast. We got a full house today. I am your host, Jace Caton, joined by two lovely co-hosts today. I got Chase, Lueke, and Alec Sells with me today. Say what's up, boys.
What's up, boys?
What's groovy, guys?
Back with some more random and extravagant news for you here on this lovely Wednesday. Starting off real quick, just jumping right into it. Headline on Fox News. Canadian boy, 8 years old, wins $200 worth of cannabis products at a youth hockey tournament. Have you guys ever got a trophy better than that from anything you've ever... We all played sports. Have you ever got anything better than that from anything you ever played in?
No, definitely not.
Yeah, not even close.
It says his granddad was the one that was with him, and apparently he says he was outraged after finding out that his 8-year-old grandson had won a raffle at a youth hockey tournament about $200 worth of marijuana products.
He's like, I'm going to just hold on to that for you until you're 21.
Yeah,
I am outraged. Give me that.
I'll hold on to it. Little does he know he receives Reggie once he's 21.
Yeah, that's his graduation gift from grade 12. He just gets a bag full of weed his grandpa's been saving. It's all dry and crusty.
Bag of corn with seeds in it.
At that point, it's all just degraded. There's nothing left. Man, I mean, first of all, I think it's kind of wild in the first place that this was even included as an item to be auctioned off in this raffle. Like, I guess it's 2020, but still.
Yeah, like, does it say where this was? Where was it?
In Canada. So I mean, okay. It's legal up there.
Yeah.
So it's not like some guy like slid some in trying to be funny. Like it's legal up there, but still, like, are we to the point in 2020 where weed is a logical raffle item? Like, is that how far we've come?
I mean, yeah, or where weed is an essential business.
Maybe not for 8-year-old children, though.
Yeah,
but.
Yeah, maybe not for an 8-year-old. Maybe for that grandpa, though. I'm sure he's got back pains or something.
You know what, buddy? Yeah. Here, just try these gummy bears out, all right? We'll keep the flower.
Put your hands up. This is a sting.
Yeah. I was set up, I swear. It was my grandpa. As his grandpa's just like slowly moving a walker along. Me? It couldn't be me. I'm just an old man. But yeah, I mean, that's coming in quick with an article there, but I read that and immediately thought of this show, and so I thought it was a good one to start out with. But you guys both brought a couple of fire articles with you this afternoon, so I guess, Alec, give us your first one here.
All right, man. I got one that it's pretty stupid, but at the same time, I believe this is pretty ingenious. So, an inmate claims that his life sentence ended when he died and was revived.
Well, yeah.
Right? I would fight that till the end. So this guy's in there for a murder charge, and he'd been in jail for about 16 years, and he died in jail. And doctors resuscitated him, tried CPR 5 times. He finally came back, and he's like, well, I died. So you guys got to let me out.
Legally speaking, he did pass away.
Yeah, you didn't give me a multi-license. He's been born anew.
yeah, you idiots. That's the whole reason they do that, like 9 consecutive life sentences. It's for that exact case. It happened one time, and they're like, we just got to stack them up.
Yeah, you know what? This can't happen anymore. We can't have anybody taking this to court.
I mean, there's...
The other crazy part about it to me is he had a DNR, apparently, a do not resuscitate. So
he's just going to sue them for violating the DNR.
That's what I'm saying,
he's going to have a heck of money and be out of jail.
And the judge at the end of it was literally just like, nice try. You have to be completely dead. There's no dying and coming back and getting out. You have to be dead, not just dead.
Is there like a time limit on that? Is that what they argued? Like you have to be dead for more than like 5 minutes? Otherwise, it's just like...
Let's see. His statement was he has to be unpassive without merit. Like, then that's basically what it means. He said they zeroed in on what life in prison means, and it doesn't mean dying, coming back. It means you have no physical way of coming back.
I just feel like he needs better lawyers. Like, there's so many loopholes in our legal system.
That's in there. Yeah, that's on the fine print.
Dude, they gave this guy a court appointed. What do you...
Well, yeah, but I mean, that's like that court appointed should have been like, I'm going to make a name for myself. I'm going to be the guy that got a guy who kind of died, then kind of didn't, off a life sentence on a technicality.
That is the kind of case that you're set, man. You're good to go.
You're that dude for the rest of your life. But yeah, I mean, there's so many loopholes in our court system. I don't understand how even a court appointed wasn't able to extort some loophole and at least take it to where it had to go to trial and see a jury. But geez, I mean, it's a good, well fought battle. I mean, that's definitely something worth pursuing. I don't see why you wouldn't at least shoot your shot at that.
Yeah.
But why don't you shoot us what you got, Chase? Let's get over to your articles.
All right, my first one. So we got a vegan woman who sued her neighbors for barbecuing in their backyard. It's deliberate, she said.
Well, yeah. What else do you do with a vegan neighbor?
I
didn't
barbecue.
accidentally fry up these patties.
Yeah.
I intend to eat these.
Jeez. Yeah, I mean, it's always intentional where you're grilling, though. I mean, I don't know about you guys. If I had a vegan neighbor that was obnoxious enough to like get to the point of even thinking about posting a news article about me grilling, I'd be out there 24/7. Breakfast, the eggs are going on the grill. Bacon's going on the grill. Everything's outside. You're going to have to watch me cook all this.
Oh, 100%, man. I'd buy me a brand new smoker and I'd let it smoke for 12 hours a day out there.
Top of the line.
Dude's
I'm just making
grilling
brisket
in the backyard, just like, wow, this is some great shit. Prime beef from a supple cow.
Man, this is the finest industry raised beef you can get. I'm pretty sure it didn't even have any access to farmland. It never even walked outside of a 5x5 pen.
And you know what?
This
it's
chicken
delicious.
tastes like it was crammed in with about 20,000 other chickens and pumped full of antibiotics. Delicious.
I feel healthier. It's the antibiotics, really. Well,
make it stop. Make it stop. Make it
Make
stop.
it stop. Make it stop. Go to your happy place. Just grabs your kids. They go to their safe space. And,
the garden out back by the grill.
Yeah. They just go lay in a bed of tomatoes and just pray to whoever they believe in that they stop grilling. Jeez. I mean, I feel like vegans are one of the vegans and like people who drive Priuses, I think, are like two of the most illogical and unreasonable just focus groups in the entire United States.
Yeah,
like
you know what? Awesome, man. Power to you. You're vegan, but don't get in my face for eating a burger or a steak, man. Like,
I saw the other day, I saw this girl got vegan like tattooed on her face over her eyebrow, and the caption just said like, tired of answering like this question over and over when people ask. And I'm like, first of all, no one's asking. And second of all, you just like ruined any chance of like a job with benefits because you wanted to not just take the time to say, yeah, I'm vegan. Takes like 10 seconds.
Those gosh darn liberal neighbors of ours keep cooking up tofu. I can smell it from over here.
I can smell it. It makes me gag. Smells like cardboard and dog vomit.
You know what I should do? I should sue them.
Their garden's an eyesore.
Honestly, that's what we need. We need to keep an eye on this article and see if the neighbors sue back. This might be one of those good string articles that just keeps evolving.
She did file an appeal, like to her lawsuit, stating that she is a good person, and
as long as she's a good person,
yeah. You know, I'm happy we know that.
Yeah, I mean, that makes absolutely no difference.
She sounds like it.
You actually made yourself sound like even worse of a person by feeling like you had to clarify that you were a good person.
I am good.
I swear. I promise, sir. Wow. Yeah. Vegans are always looking for attention. I feel like they just kind of crave the spotlight. But I feel like that's most people that's life is kind of driven by a singular cause. They're usually pretty head over heels for that. But we talked about last week, or on Monday, I guess, first episode, about a potential cure for this coronavirus here, Cheese, with the hair dryers blowing up the nose. I got another one for us this week. It says an Australian astrophysicist sent to the hospital after coronavirus invention goes horribly wrong. And essentially what this guy did is it says an astrophysicist in Australia went to the hospital last week after getting magnets stuck up his nose while attempting to invent a device to stop people from touching their faces amid the global pandemic. The 27-year-old astrophysicist and research fellow at a Melbourne university who studies pulsars and gravitational waves. He and his partner are working to create a necklace that sounds an alarm when someone tries to touch their face, which began by wearing magnets on their wrist, but then Reardon tried putting magnets in his nose, and they apparently got stuck.
Astrophysicist with 2 S's.
I mean, here's the thing. At least in the last one, when we talked about the hairdryer up the nose, like, there was some like super shaky science, but they at least tried to explain what they were trying to do. Like, is all this, it's supposed to beep when you touch your face? Like, this doesn't actually combat the virus. It just is going to beep and be annoying to everyone around you because you decided to rub your eye.
This dude just wanted to shove magnets up his nose.
Yeah.
That's probably what it was.
It's a way around his kink.
Him and the lady friend were getting a little weird. He got sent to the hospital. He was like, how am I going to spin this? Well, doc, I'm an astrophysicist, and even though that's not a medical doctor, I figured I'd throw my hat in the ring to try to solve this coronavirus pandemic. And here we are, magnets in the nose.
You know, if I put positives up mine, you put negatives up yours, we might attract, baby. Let's go for this.
That's when the doctor that he goes to had the exact same idea as him, and they had those different magnet sides, and they just get stuck together. Then they both have to go see a different doctor and explain what happened, and they're both just lying through their teeth. They're like, we're just idiots. We don't belong to be here. Take our degrees away.
Thank God he told them like what he did, and they didn't like, oh, let's throw this guy in a MRI and see what's wrong with him.
Just
yanks him out his nose, dude. That's the fastest way to gauge your nose, I think. I mean, that's better airflow. I mean, there might be some benefits to that. It's just
come out
more aerodynamic
like
nature to the front of your face. yeah, just no nose left. Just imagine the nurse. Say that does happen. Imagine the nurse that has to go tell, because I assume that like those machines are like kind of fragile. Like if it sucked it through there, I assume that would ruin like $100,000 machine.
Probably.
Try explaining to your super or whatever, the lead doctor, that you just rip someone's nose clean off because he had magnets and you stuck him in an MRI, and you also damaged a $100,000 piece of equipment all in one fell swoop.
I swear, I just turned the machine on and his face exploded.
He looks like Two-Face from Batman.
Oh, Harvey Dent.
Oh, Harvey Dent. Oh, man.
Yeah, I put a dent in a few things, sir. I'm sorry.
That's pretty stupid.
It says, my partner took me to the hospital that she worked in because she wanted all of her colleagues to laugh at me. so that I hadn't even read that yet, but apparently even his partner, and this is in the sense of like his partner in like astrophysics, not his wife.
Okay.
Yeah, she took him to the hospital that she worked at. Literally, like, dude, that's exactly what I would do. Like if whoever I was like working with, that happened to them. Yeah, I'm getting my phone out. I'm filming the entire thing. I'm taking you to doctors I know so they can laugh too. And it's going to be 45 minutes before you get actual medical attention. Like everyone's going to be on the ground just rolling in laughter, and no one's going to see you, and you're just going to be there in a hospital room just stuck with magnets up your nose. It's I don't know, man. I'm like, I think you were right last time, Cheese. I think every week we might be able to find us a new crazier solution to this coronavirus.
It's only going to get better and better.
Oh, I feel like it is. But at least in all this time, we have time to look for all these articles and keep this podcast going. But what you got next for us, Alec? Feed us some more lovely tidbits.
All right. So next, I got a church leader article. So we got somebody up in Missouri who's a church leader, and he tried to pay for sex on Grindr with an Arby's gift card.
He has the meats.
Yo, he's got the meats. He tried to lure beefcakes with the meats.
Jeez.
God, I want to so believe that's his tagline on Grindr.
No, that's literally
his Grindr
the first
profile
line on the
Paul,
article.
I got the meats.
The first line on the article is he has the meats is what he used.
Oh my God.
Oh, so he did.
Yeah, and he was using the handle DILF.
Jeez.
He would offer to pay for their gas, clothes, and strictly roast beef sandwiches in order for sexual favors in return.
So here's the thing, like the whole like most of the situation aside, like in any like situation where you're planning on getting a little weird with someone, is an Arby's roast beef sandwich really what you want someone eating right before you get intimate with them?
Oh hell no! No.
That sounds like you're just getting Dutch ovened left and right. like you're gonna be the one that has to deal with that. Like that's not what you want. You're doing it to yourself.
I don't want to
why
the
gift
low-life
cards
sex
though?
worker that accepts Arby's gift cards as payment for their services.
I think there's a couple other tests you need to run if Arby's gift cards are what sways him into your scheme.
So I think he used gift cards because later down in the article, there's a cop who goes undercover, links up with him where he flees, and then he's pulled over a few blocks away. And I think the gift cards were his quote unquote scapegoat. Because he tries to say he's not doing anything. He's only trying to help. I don't want to give them money. I'm going to give them food. Like, this will feed them. They can't sell this for anything. Except they'll sell their bodies for it. But
it's pretty altruistic.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, who would have thought this guy had a conscience? Like, he's just trying to do some good. That is some Missouri type stuff right there. Like, I think both of you guys have watched Ozarks. And I mean, I went to school in Arkansas. Like, Missouri is just a wild place.
Yeah.
It's just the hills have eyes and children of the corn just
with
wrapped
a little
up
more
into one disaster of a
around,
state.
that's about it.
Yeah, it's just a little prettier, but it's still an absolute nightmare.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, once you get into actually living in Missouri, you don't get out. I think we've seen that in one of our friends. But what you got next for us, Cheese, as we hear a car alarm going off in the background?
Yeah. Man whose deadly farts can kill mosquitoes hired to create mosquito repellent made from his intestinal gas. I'll just leave it at that. What you guys what you all do on that one?
Dream job.
Talk about making money off your hobbies and your
You
dreams.
mean I get to grill next to a vegan, eat all the meat I want, and fart into a can and make money?
This is the
He was
guy
probably
getting
linking
all
up
the
with the
Arby's
Missouri
gift cards.
pastor.
Yeah, exactly. Man. That's how he refuels.
It's a you scratch my back, I scratch your balls kind of thing. That's hilarious. I mean, just imagine that, like, so like there's a lot of people out there that do jobs they don't like talking about in like social circles, you know?
Yeah.
Like people ask what you do and you like super ashamed, but like that guy's got to be so proud.
Oh,
He's
yeah.
like, oh yeah. Have you ever had like beefcake mosquito repellent? And they're like, yeah, we have like 4 bottles at the house. And he's like, yeah, that came from my gut. And they're like, I would like you to leave my house now. Like it'd be super. I'm done with this conversation. But okay, what country was that in, Chase? Does it say like where this man was?
I'm trying to read farther. So far, what I've got is the subtitle of the headline was "Gone with the Wind." I thought that was pretty good.
That is pretty good.
It says we're happy to set the record straight, and then I don't see the rest of the article. It must be behind a paywall or something.
Big gay, but still, I mean, you gotta just want to either know what country that was from, know like at least the doctor's name. Like I wish they would have given some like foyer into the doctor and like how he like stumbled upon this guy. Like, do you think it was just some guy came in for like a prostate exam and just roasted the doctor out of the room? And the doc was like, hey,
Dude,
aren't you that guy that kills
here.
mosquitoes? Like, I think we need to go to Shark Tank with this. Like, Mark Cuban's going to buy this up. Get Mr. Wonderful involved.
Oh, I'm just all this going through my head is, you know, those looks of disgust you get next to a girlfriend or whoever for just ripping one, man. And hey, This is what pays our bills, baby.
Yeah, you know, with the lights on,
You know
you're gonna
what?
deal with it.
Plug your nose.
Okay, so I guess in this scheme, I'll ask you this, Chase. Do you think it's more likely that he has to go into a special lab to provide his samples, or do you think they found some kind of device that's like a backwards inhaler that he just uses at home, and then like each week he just like deposits his funds into the research lab?
I think it's just like a giant volcano vape bag machine that they kind of
dude.
let him fill it up like a hot air balloon.
It's just a gallon bag with a inch hose taped to it and then a funnel, and he just lays there watching Netflix all day until it fills up. It's like a colostomy bag.
Everyone, dudes in hazmat suits come in to some like country infested with malaria and just like pop the bag. It's just like a shockwave.
Well, yeah, at that point,
windows start shattering.
if it is a bag, let's say it is a bag. Like, imagine like if you're like with your significant other, and all of a sudden that bag does pop, and you've just got hours and hours of work put into this bag, and she just has to like essentially leave the room. Like, that's like hazmat type material. If you have something collecting hours and hours worth of your flatulence, like that's gonna steam up a room. That's gonna get real nasty real quick.
Oh yeah, that's equivalent to I forget what they call it, man. But those people, and it was what do you know, in Florida, people would take a dump in a can and let it marinate for 3 days and huff the fumes.
What?
Problems,
yes,
man.
dude.
People
You haven't heard of that?
No.
That's some real Florida shit, but I forget what they call it. And you literally take a dump in a can, leave it outside in the hot sun to fumigate and marinate, and then you open the can. It's when paint thinner ain't enough, man. That's
when you're too down on your luck to get paint thinner, and all you have is the can. You just got to make your own. That's disgusting. That's
sweet.
Jankum. That's what it is.
Oh,
What?
why
It's
did
called
you have to
Jankum.
provide that for our listeners? People are gonna look that up now.
Yeah, go ahead and Google that and let us know what you think.
That is by far the stupidest.
Okay, I could have gone without knowing that. I think there are some things we just need to keep in Florida, but that's wild. Well, I do have one Florida story that we'll wrap up with, but I'll let you guys get to your last articles before we hit that. So I guess it's back to you, Alec.
I only brought 2 with me.
Oh, did you? Cheese, you got anything else, man? You got one more for us?
I got another one. Let me
Cool.
Let me scroll back to where I was at. How about this? Got a woman in Texas. All right, our home state. A woman in Texas with warrants arrested and gives a fake name that also had warrant.
That's just
It
bad
says-
luck.
You tried.
Wichita
tried.
Falls police arrested a woman Friday for 5 warrants, included allegedly giving officers a fictitious name during a traffic stop. The name the suspect provided also had an arrest warrant.
Oh my gosh.
That is some stuff that would happen in Wichita Falls, though. I mean, that's kind of like meth capital of Texas. Like, it's kind of gnarly up there. But yeah, I mean, okay. So I guess, does it say anything? Did she use a random name and just got super unlucky, or did she just use like one of her friends' names and they just happen to have? Or does it even say in the article?
Yeah, it was a random name.
She's just like, hey, check
Down
this.
on
I
her
got
luck.
this.
All right,
Sharon
Sally
Smith.
Sue. yeah. All right, Sharon. So it says here that you have warrants out for your arrest for unpaid traffic tickets. I'm not Sharon Smith. I'm Susan Melander. All right, well, let's go run that. All right, well, you're still arrested, and she has warrants for murder. So, no. I'm the first one. I was lying. Oh, so now you're perjuring yourself.
Wait, no, I'm none of them. I'm none.
Let me try one more time.
I'm Angelina Jolie.
Man, you falling on some hard times, Angelina. You look like you're about one crack rock away from falling apart. Yeah, geez. That's, I mean, everything is stupid. I think this girl takes the cake on that one as far as what we've talked about today. Maybe her and that astrophysicist need to get together. Maybe they can get that magnet invention working. Sounds like there's just enough stupid that it just might work.
She
But
was
let's wrap it
arrested
up
for
here.
marijuana, so maybe it was the marijuana. She was trying to get rid of her 8-year-old son's marijuana that he had won at a raffle giveaway.
She goes from Canada.
She's like, shit,
all
I
the
gotta
way
ditch
down
the
to Wichita
evidence. I got
Falls.
warrants.
Yeah. Oh man, that's hilarious. Yeah, it's all connected. The granddad gave it to his granddaughter, who he told to take it to Mexico and dump it, so there'd be no evidence. She got caught in Wichita Falls, Texas, used a fake name, and still got popped.
Yeah,
I like to think that's how that story goes.
they were arrested by the mosquito guy who's actually getting paid in Arby's gift cards by.
It's just one big conspiracy. Just lizard people. Get Alex Jones on the phone.
We're getting to the bottom of this.
We're getting to the bottom of this. Geez. Well, one thing that would take a little bit of time to get to the bottom of is, so I don't know if you guys know this, but Tom Brady was recently sent to the Buccaneers. Did you guys hear that?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So he's obviously home shopping in Tampa Bay because he's down there. And the headline of this article reads, Tom Brady mistakenly enters man's home. So essentially, this guy is trying to sell his house. He had his door open, but his for sale sign was out front. Tom Brady thought he was having an open house and just strolled into the dude's kitchen. It says the guy dropped his duffel bag on the floor and says, hey, what's going on, man? And Brady says to him, am I in the wrong house? like what do you do in that situation? Because at first you're like, first of all, someone just entered my house, and then you see it's Tom Brady.
And
Did
he's
you
got,
deflate the
Patriots
balls?
memorabilia everywhere?
Hey, before you leave, man, real quick, did you deflate the balls? Yeah, that's what I would ask him. And then he's like, yeah, I hope you're a neighbor, man. I'd really love to ask you some more questions. What does Belichick's finger smell like?
And just imagine if the guy would have popped up and shot Tom Brady.
Yeah, you're that guy. All of Boston would come hunt you. Like every single man, woman, and child in Boston would show up at your front door and just murder you.
Yeah, you're done after that.
That's their messiah, dude. Like they worship him down there. But I mean, also, like, you're telling me Tom Brady doesn't have people around him 24/7 that couldn't tell him, like, hey, this is not the right house. Like, is this like the 5 minutes a day that he's let off his leash to go just stroll around
All right,
without
it's
paparazzi?
free time, Tom.
Let's go in and out. Let's go look at some houses. I need to live somewhere. And then he just walks into some dude's. Also, though, like, think of the compliment that it is that Tom Brady walked into your house and thought it was the house he was going to. Like, this guy's got to have a pretty decent house. Like, Tom Brady's not walking through South Oak Cliff. Like, oh, is this not where I live?
You know, Tom Brady thought about buying this house once.
That guy immediately raises the for sale price of his house by like $100,000, and he just snaps a picture of Brady real quick. Brady
he's
once
just,
walked through the
really
front door.
rich, like uber rich, and is like, oh god, here they come to ruining the neighborhood. We got football players now. Time to get out. And get our own island.
It's someone who's richer than Tom Brady.
Yeah.
He just who is this broke man coming into my house? Get out of here.
Coming into
why don't you go
neighborhood.
throw some foosballs around and play with your boys? But I don't know, dude. There's part of me, like, we're all Cowboys fans, or at least from Texas. So, I mean, there's always part of me that loves a good Tom Brady mess-up story. But, I mean, I guess there's not much else to that story. I just thought it was funny. I more imagined myself as the guy who was sitting there when Tom Brady walked in. But, I mean, I don't know.
Hey.
Like, a little brain fart on his behalf. But I guess this did get pretty big because the story was picked up by TMZ, one of the only news networks out there left that are only reporting the truth, apparently. But I guess we'll wrap up on that. I think that's about all we have for this episode. As always, we are absolutely thrilled that you took a couple minutes of your day out to listen to us. I am Jace Caton here with my fantastic co-host Chase Lueke and Alec Sells, having a full house today. Boys, why don't you go ahead and say bye to the nice folks listening?
Bye, nice
Adios.
folks listening.
Yeah.
Bye, nice
Appreciate
folks
y'all
listening.
listening.
We'll
Stay
catch you on the
nice.
flippy flop. Good night.